Okay. Hey guys. Oh god. My life has been absolutely insane. You might be realizing right now that I'm not in my car because I literally got in an accident so bad that I can no longer drive my car. My car is completely demolished, which is fine. It is what it is. Now I'm in my parents' car. I'm finally recording a video and my computer also has been like taking a shit. Like my life has just been so crazy, you guys, and I'm so sorry for like not being consistent with the content. I do feel bad, and not only that, but like it's literally been weighing on me. Like I hate not being consistent with my content, and I hate having these ideas for content but not feeling like I have the time, not feeling like I have the resources, which I'm not trying to make excuses whatsoever, but like, because at the end of the day, like I probably could have recorded something, I probably could have gotten something out there, but there's just been a lot of roadblocks, and that's fine. It's life. It is what it is. But like I was saying, my computer has been taking a shit, and I obviously edit all of my videos on my computer, so I'm figuring that out as well. Probably gonna be getting a new one soon, so do expect more content, expect me to be more consistent, expect more videos on Instagram as well. I've been posting on TikTok, but like just random videos, not really edited videos. I want to talk about rejection, and I want to talk about dealing with rejection, dealing with breakups, dealing with somebody who doesn't want you, dealing with somebody who doesn't want to commit to you. Now there's literally a truck parked here, and they're probably definitely watching me record, but I literally don't care. Because I literally just got this weird feeling like someone was watching me, and then I looked over and there's like a truck literally like parked right there. But yeah, anyways, so I want to talk about being rejected and like dealing with that and how to deal with it and how to not let it get you down and how to not let it make you feel like you're not good enough, because you are good enough. There's nothing wrong with you. It's always the other person. If somebody doesn't want to like be with you, if somebody doesn't want to like deal with you in their life, it most likely is because of their own reasons, and it's not so much you. It could be you if you know, have certain qualities that maybe they don't like, but at the end of the day, that also goes back to it being about them. They just don't like your qualities, but that doesn't mean that you have bad qualities. That just means that you aren't their cup of tea, and that's fine. You're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody is gonna like you. Not everybody is gonna want to be with you, and that's fine. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with that person and what they prefer, what they like, or maybe what's going on in their life. It never has anything to do with you necessarily. You could have done something maybe that really hurt this person. You could have done something really messed up to this person. That's one thing. But what I'm talking about is I'm talking about you didn't really do anything wrong, and for whatever reason, this person doesn't want you. This person just doesn't want you in their life. So I'm talking about that specifically. I'm talking about you just being you. And that's the thing too, is it's like, this is why I always tell people to just be themselves, because when you are yourself, you get rejected more, but it's good rejection. It's rejection that you want, because if somebody doesn't like you when you're being yourself, you don't want them in your life anyway. You don't want these people in your life anyway. If they don't like who you are, why would you want those people in your life? You know what I'm saying? And now that also takes me to the point where if somebody doesn't like you, if somebody doesn't want to be in your life or be with you or whatever it is, you have to accept that. Don't fight for somebody to be in your life who doesn't want to be in your life. Does that make sense? I feel like so many times when we get rejected, we don't want to accept it. We don't want to accept that somebody doesn't want us. We don't want to accept that, you know, somebody doesn't like us, right? I feel like a lot of times, because I've seen this through a lot of my friends, I've seen this through myself, where we try to really latch onto this person that has rejected us, or we try to get an explanation as to why they don't want to be with us. We try to hold on to somebody that has shown us time and time again that they don't want to be in our life and they don't even want us that bad. Why do we do that? We don't want to accept the fact that somebody doesn't like us as much as we want to be liked. And why do you want to be liked so bad by this person? That also takes me to the point where it goes back to you, and it goes back to the fact that maybe you're not accepting yourself as much as you could be. And because you're not doing that, it bothers you that this person isn't accepting you. This person doesn't want you. Like, you have to ask yourself, why is it bothering me so much? Why is it it bothering you so much? If somebody doesn't mess with you, if somebody doesn't want to be with you, why does that bother you so much? Why is it making you insecure? It's because that insecurity has already been there in the first place. You already are kind of insecure about whatever it is, about yourself, about whatever, right? And so this person not wanting you, this person not accepting you, this person not wanting to be in your life in the way you want them to be in your life, this person not being validation for you, that is triggering the insecurities that you already have within, right? So it's not a matter of, oh, this person is this way, this person is that way, blah, blah, blah. It's not this person, it's you. It's you. You have to reflect this back onto you. Because at the end of the day, like I said, when somebody rejects you, that's all them. That's that person's decision. That person, they don't want to be in your life, and you have to accept that, and that's okay. That's great. And it has to do with them. It has to do with what's going on in their life, their preferences, whatever it is, right? It has nothing to do with you, but you make it about you because you're insecure. Does that make sense? You make it about you because you're insecure. If you weren't insecure, if you didn't already have insecurities within yourself, if you didn't already question yourself in some ways, if you didn't question your looks, your personality, your intelligence, your whatever it is, right? If you didn't already question that, this person rejecting you, it wouldn't trigger those feelings of insecurity within you. Does that make sense? Nobody can make you feel any way that you don't already feel, but people can trigger what you already feel. And we like to blame that person as to why we feel the way we feel, even though it's your own stuff, even though this is your own trauma, this is your own insecurity that you have to deal with and you have to look at. So when somebody rejects you, there is no reason or no need to feel like it has anything to do with you. But like I said, you make it about you because you already are questioning your worth. You already are questioning yourself. And that's why this person rejecting you, that's why this person not wanting you, that's why it feels as bad as it does, because you already have an imbalance when it comes to the way you feel about yourself. And so when you have that imbalance, it's easy for somebody else's actions to really affect that, or to really affect you. This year I've been dealing with a lot of rejection, and I hate to talk about it, because who likes to admit that they are being rejected, that, they have been rejected? Who likes to really talk about rejection? Nobody. But I really have been dealing with a lot of rejection this year, and it's been very hard, but I've been learning a lot. I've been really learning how to reflect back onto me as to why this person had so much of an effect on me when they rejected me. You know what I'm saying? You really have to pay attention to your reaction when somebody rejects you. It's a great opportunity for you to check yourself and for you to check where you're at when it comes to your level of self-confidence, your level of self-worth, your level of self-love. Because when somebody rejects you, and like I was saying, you feel upset about it, that's a you thing, but you got to ask yourself, why do I feel so upset about it? It could be because you were really, maybe that's a whole other thing though, you know what I mean? Because I was gonna say it could be because you were really attached to this person and whatever, but I'm just talking about rejection. I'm just straight up talking about rejection. Why does rejection bother you so much? Why does rejection bother us so much? It's just because you already feel like you're not loved. And why do you feel that way? I don't know. That's something you have to ask yourself. Maybe you struggled with XYZ in your childhood, and now in your life, you're really sensitive to rejection because maybe you got bullied when you were younger. Maybe your mom didn't take good care of you when you were younger. Maybe your mom rejected you a lot. So whenever somebody rejects you now, it just triggers that wound that you already have within yourself. Maybe nobody wanted to play with you on the playground in elementary school. And so now when people reject you, you get that feeling again. You feel like that little girl again that, nobody wanted to play with, right? It's whatever it is to you, but there's a reason why rejection does not feel good to you. And so now that we've kind of talked about reflecting back onto you when it comes to rejection, I want to talk about things that I've done to really help me with rejection this year. So other than reflecting on it, and other than looking at myself when it comes to this, and also other than telling myself that it is mainly this person and it has nothing to do with my worth. Genuinely, when somebody rejects you and somebody doesn't want you, it has nothing to do with your worth. It literally says nothing about how much you're worth, how attractive you are. It says nothing about that. Somebody else's opinion about you has nothing to do with who you actually are as a person. And it doesn't have to have an effect on the way that you feel about yourself. It doesn't, because that's their opinion. That is their opinion about you. That is how they feel about you. They don't feel like you are enough for their life. They don't feel like you are worthy enough to take up space in their life for whatever whatever reason, right? And that's on them. That's on them, but it has nothing to do with you. It never had anything to do with you. It doesn't have anything to do with you. So now that we've got that figured out, now that we've talked about that, and now that that's put in your head, like seriously, it has nothing to do with you. And this is something I've really had to tell myself a lot this year. I've gotten rejected a lot this year, more than I ever have in my life. And I don't really know why. I think I've, had to learn a lot through these lessons. I think I'm being put through a lot of rejection for a reason, right? And part of it probably being so I can speak on it and I can talk to you guys about what I've learned and whatnot. I've really had to get this through my head that when somebody rejects me, it doesn't have anything to do with me. And there's no reason to feel bad about myself because somebody doesn't want me, because somebody doesn't think I'm good enough to be in their life in that way. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you. Trust me, when this person didn't want to have anything to do with you, it has nothing to do with you. Genuinely. And that doesn't mean that this person isn't looking at you and thinking, oh, well, they do XYZ and I just don't know if I really like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they might think these things about you, but that doesn't have to change your perspective of yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. It just really has to do with the way that you perceive the rejection, because it means whatever you want it to mean. And so it can simply just mean that you and this person don't vibe, This person doesn't want you because of whatever reason, right? But I feel like we make it a lot worse than it has to be. We make it this huge thing, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this person doesn't want me. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, what did I do? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we put it all on ourselves when, like I said, it has to do with this person, their preferences, their opinions, whatever they're dealing with in their life. It has to do with them. It says nothing about your worth. It says nothing about who you are as a person. So once you get that through your head, once you realize that it has nothing to do with you, you can realize that your level of self-worth, your feeling about yourself does not have to shift, does not have to change just because somebody doesn't like you, just because somebody doesn't prefer you, just because somebody doesn't want you in their life. That doesn't mean that your level of self-worth, your feeling of self-worth, your feeling of self-love, the way that you feel about yourself, the way you perceive yourself, that does not need to change. It doesn't need to shift because of how somebody else feels about you, because of how somebody else treats you. It says nothing about you. It has nothing to do with you. And so this is a really, really big thing that I've had to get through my head this year, like I said. And it's really important that you get it through your head too, because the minute you create a solid foundation for your perception of self is the minute your life changes for the better, drastically. Because the minute you don't care about what anybody else thinks about you because you realize it has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you, that will free you. The minute you realize that is the minute you realize you get to be whoever you are and you get to feel good about whoever you are. And you don't have to worry about people not liking you, because the thing is that a lot of times we worry about the way people feel about us because we are insecure. If you worry about the way other people feel about you, it is because you are insecure and you need their validation to prove that you are good enough, that you are worthy. What if you just relied on you to tell yourself that you're good enough, that you're worthy? You seriously are good enough just as you are. And you don't need to go around trying to get everyone else's approval, trying to get this person's approval, trying to get that person's approval, trying to get this person's approval, just to realize that you're good enough. You are good enough. You already are good enough. Who you are is amazing just as you are. You are already beautiful. You don't need other people to tell you that. The minute you start to put your self-worth in other people's hands, the minute you use other people's opinions to dictate your perception of yourself, that is the minute you give away your freedom, your peace, your happiness. And I'm telling you this right now, because when you go around trying to get everybody else's approval but your own, your life is a living hell. Your life will be a living hell. So when somebody else doesn't like you, accept it, move on, and realize it's their own problem. It's on them. It isn't on you. If somebody doesn't like you, okay, great. Not everybody is gonna like you. Even if you did go around trying to get everybody to like you, trying to get everybody's approval, you're still not gonna have everybody like you. You're still not gonna get all the acceptance that you need, that you want. So you genuinely just need to give up on it and rely on your own acceptance, because that is where true happiness and peace comes comes from. Like, why do you think, going back to what I was talking about before, why do you think it bothers you so much when somebody rejects you, when somebody doesn't like you? It's because you don't like you. And you rely on other people to tell you who you are. You rely on other people to tell you if you're good enough or not. So when somebody rejects you, if it's the most heartbreaking, heart-wrenching thing, it's because you don't accept yourself. It's because you reject yourself. And because that person is rejecting you, it's triggering that within you that you already don't accept yourself. You already don't like yourself. So when somebody else doesn't like you, you don't know where to go. You don't know where to go. If you liked yourself, if you thought you were good enough and somebody rejected you and somebody doesn't like you, you wouldn't care because you like you. You accept yourself. You always have that person to fall back on. You have you to fall back on. When somebody doesn't like you, you look at you and you're like, okay, I'm good though because I like me, because I have me, I got me, I'm with me, I'm my own motherfucking best friend. I'm in a relationship with me. I'm in a relationship with me. So I don't care if nobody likes me because I got me. I have me. And I can't exaggerate that enough, bro. I genuinely can't. I have me. Yeah, people want to act like I need them too. That's the craziest fucking part. People want to act like I actually give a fuck if they don't talk to me, if they don't like me, if they don't accept me. People actually think I care. You think I care? I don't. I don't. It's me and me right now. That's all I'm concerned about right now. That's all I care about right now. And I'm not trying to make that sound selfish, but what I am saying is I don't need this person who treats me like shit, who gives me the bare minimum, who really doesn't respect me. I don't need to have that person stick around because I don't need them. I don't need them because I got me. The thing is that you don't need these people who treat you poorly, who don't respect you. You don't need to keep them around if you already do that for yourself. If you already respect yourself, if you already keep yourself good company, if you already love yourself, if you already approve of yourself, if you already accept yourself, you don't need people to do that for you. So you don't need these people who don't deserve your time, your energy. You don't need them to stick around because you do everything you gotta do for you. You don't need to rely on anybody. So it's funny how these people think that I actually need them. It's funny how these people think I actually need their validation. These people think I actually need something from them when I don't. And that's why I'm saying it's so important. It is so important to validate yourself, to build a relationship with yourself, to have your own back at the end of the day, and to genuinely spend time with yourself, to be with yourself, to love yourself. It is so important to have that relationship with yourself because if you don't, you will fall victim to other people all the time. You will. And you will be stuck in a trap of never feeling good enough, never being satisfied, and always being let down. If you do not have that relationship with yourself, if you do not approve of yourself, you have to stick with yourself and you have to genuinely love yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to build a relationship with yourself. And I can't stress it enough because the minute you do that is the minute you have freedom, genuine freedom. And it's the minute you don't need to rely on anybody. And my biggest thing is like, I don't want to have to rely on anybody because I have been stuck in this cycle so many times where I have been stuck relying on somebody who fucking abuses me. And this is why it is so important to me that I rely on myself, that I have a relationship with myself, and that I can always fall back on me, and that I approve of me, and that I am with me. If that's not the case, if you don't have that, it is very easy to get stuck in a relationship with somebody, to get stuck in friendships where you rely on that person because if you didn't have them, you'd be alone. You would feel alone. But when you have that relationship with yourself, you don't feel alone. You got you. You have you. And that's the thing. That's why a lot of people don't want to leave these toxic relationships because they feel like they're going to be alone. They feel like they're not going to have anybody. But we forget about ourselves. You're forgetting about you. You're going to have you. And that's the thing is maybe you do have to end it. Maybe you do have to get out of that toxic relationship, but it's going to force you to form a relationship with yourself. And you need to do that because if you don't do that, you're going to continue to be stuck in relationships, friendships that seriously continue to make you feel like shit. So you have to really, really be there for you. And like, I'm being so serious when I say I don't mess around when it comes to having my own back because like I said, I've been in so many abusive relationships and situations and I can not again like fall victim to that. I genuinely can't. So my relationship with myself has to be the strongest like ever. The relationship with myself has to be so strong to the point where I will not hesitate to leave somebody the minute they show me something that I know is not good for me, that will not benefit me in the long run. If you show me anything like that, I'm leaving, and I'm fine leaving because I have me. It's like this very protective shield that I have. This is the best way to protect yourself, and in a healthy way, is when you have you. It's not protecting yourself in the way where I'm gonna block everybody out. I'm not gonna trust anybody. It's just, I'm gonna stand on fucking business. I'm not playing around when it comes to people respecting me. A lot of people might think you're being like dramatic if you have respect for yourself, if you don't play around when it comes to you. They don't understand what you've already been through. They don't understand that you've been through hell with certain individuals, with certain people, right? In certain relationships, friendships, family members even. People don't understand that. So the minute you don't play around with yourself, the minute you don't play around when people disrespect you, they might react like it's funny. They might think you're being dramatic. They might have a not great reaction to it. You know what though? Those aren't the type of people you want in your life anyway. Genuinely. But seriously, people might act like that, but they don't understand what you've been through. They don't. They don't understand why you don't play about yourself. And that's where I'm at right now. It's like, I don't care if somebody thinks I'm being too dramatic. I don't care if somebody doesn't like the fact that I don't play around when it comes to myself. I don't care if somebody doesn't like the fact that I have boundaries, that I stand on business. I don't care if somebody doesn't like that. Because you know what? If anything, the people that don't like that are the people that are gonna use you anyway. It's the people that wanna push your boundaries anyway. So you really don't need those people in your life. I'm so done caring about what other people are gonna think when I genuinely stand on business, when I stick up for myself. I'm done caring about that because they don't understand what I've had to do to get myself here, and they don't understand the hell that I've been through to get myself to this point. The way I stick up for myself and the way that I have boundaries for myself, I genuinely don't play about myself. I have mad respect for myself. And when some people see that I take that so seriously, they like think it's funny, or like they actually genuinely, some people don't think that I'm being for real, but I am being so for real. And it's because I've been through so much abuse. I've been through so much toxicity. I've been through so much shit at this point. I'm not joking. I'm not joking anymore. It's not a joke. And I don't care if people get scared. I don't care if people think it's funny. I don't care if people don't like it. If you react that way, I don't need you in my life anyway. I don't. And I'm mainly just talking about this too because like, I want other people who were once like me and let people walk all over them. I want y'all to step into the energy that I've stepped into in a way, you know, and like realize that you can speak up for yourself. If somebody tries to play on your top, be honest with them. Stick up for yourself. Say something. That's another thing too that I've been doing a lot recently is I've been brutally honest with people because I don't care anymore. I will be brutally honest with you. I say what's on my mind. I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna say if I think you're using me, if I think you're doing something you shouldn't be, I'm gonna say something just like that. I'm gonna say something so quick because I'm done dilly-dallying. I'm done dilly-dallying. I'm done with people lying to me. I'm done with people thinking that they can get away with shit with me, who think they can use me, who think I'm dumb, who think I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm done dealing with that. So I genuinely am just being so honest. I'm speaking my truth. I'm standing up for myself. I'm standing on business. This video was supposed to be about rejection, but I just went off on like a whole tangent. I just really want to like help other people learn how to have, I want to help people in so many different ways. But with these videos and with this podcast, like I really just want to inspire people to not play when it comes to themselves. You're with you 24/7. The relationship that you have with yourself dictates so much in your life, and it's so important to have a good relationship with yourself. It really is, and it's so important to respect yourself and to stand on that. Like, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, I have respect for myself. Oh yeah, I'll stand up for myself. But to say it and then actually do it is another. It's another. And it's not as easy to do it as it is to say it. And it's something I've been learning a lot recently, you know, like especially this year, just standing on business, respecting myself, and like, you know, really respecting my boundaries and really like doing what I say I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. There's days where I say I'm gonna go to the gym or where I say I'm gonna work out and I don't. There's been a few, not a lot, okay? There's been a couple, okay? But other than that, I really have been like respecting my boundaries. I've been respecting myself because I'm trying not to play about myself. When you stop playing about yourself, other people stop playing with you. And that's why it's so important to not play about yourself. That's why it's so important to be honest with yourself and to love yourself and to see your worth and to understand who you are as a person, because the minute you do that, I swear you can see through everybody's bullshit. You can see when anyone is trying to play with you, when anyone is trying to use you, lie to you, manipulate you, and it's like the best gift ever. The fact I've gone through hell to get myself here, I would take that any day. I genuinely would, because where I'm at now, I am so grateful for where I'm at now, and I might not be happy. I'm not happy. I'm not. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm depressed most days, but it's fine. It's a season in my life. We can talk about that in another video. It's a season in my life where I'm not that happy, and that's okay. We go through seasons in life. That's another thing too, actually, is like, no, I'll talk about that in another video. But, you know, I'm not that happy right now. I don't even know where I was going with that, actually. Yeah, I genuinely don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, I'm in a season of my life right now where I'm not that happy, but it's fine. You know, I'm just learning so much this year, and that's where I was going with it. I'm not that happy most days, and it's fine, because I am where I am, and I've realized that I've been through what I've been through in life to learn, first of all, but to also teach. And that's why I feel so called to make these videos and to post content on Instagram and TikTok and all that, because I've been through so many different things at such a young age that I genuinely feel like this is a calling. I feel like I was not just put through hell for no reason. And, you know, that could be God. That could just be me trying to make good of all the bad that's happened. You know, I believe it's God, but, you know, other people have different perspectives on it. And I would choose going through the hell that I've been through to be in this place that I currently am in any day. Like, I would choose this any day over being ignorant and happy and just living a life like everybody else. I don't know. Like, I think that I was totally thrown off my path in a lot of ways and put through a lot of really, really hard and challenging experiences that has caused me to feel and live a very different life than a lot of other people that I've known and a lot of other people my age, but that's okay. I've really, really learned to accept it, that this is just my life path. There's nothing I can do about it. I am where I am. I'm gonna just try and make the best of it. Like, that's genuinely what I'm just trying to do here. Like I said, like, genuinely a lot of days I'm not happy. It's just like a season in my life where I'm just like not doing that great mentally, but it's okay. Like, I know I'm gonna come out of it eventually and everything will be fine. But this is something that makes me happy. This makes me look forward to like actually living. That's why this is so important to me. And like, whoever watches these videos, like, you guys are so important to me, because even just seeing the validation, like, even though I was just talking about not relying on external validation, which I don't, still seeing the validation from your comments, your likes, you know, it just like seriously means the world to me, because it means I'm actually doing something for somebody out there. I'm having some sort of impact, and like the words that I'm speaking, it's actually, you know, going somewhere. Me sitting down recording these videos, it's worthwhile, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, the validation from you guys like means so much to me, because it means that I should keep going. I really, really do appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot, and I really appreciate the people that I've seen like in real life who watch my videos, and you guys like tell me like how much you appreciate them and shit. Like, it genuinely means the world to me. Like, it really does. Like, I don't know why I'm literally gonna cry. No, but it really does, because I've been through a lot, especially like the last 4 or 5 years. And so like, I feel like I'm kind of coming out of a really, really dark period of time in my life. I've worked really hard to get myself out of some really dark places. And, recording these videos is just like, it means like so much to me. Like, it means so much to me. If you guys think that I don't see your comments and I don't like appreciate them with my entire heart, like I do. And as I continue this journey of recording videos and stuff, like, I will always remember the people that supported me and appreciated me in the beginning. How it feels is like I'm on stage and it's like this auditorium and there's like a few people clapping, you know? But it's like, y'all don't understand that like those claps like seriously keep me going and like seriously help me. So that's that. I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna go to the tanning bed. I know it's not really that good for you, but I gotta go to the tanning bed before they close, because I think they literally close in like 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Follow my Instagram and TikTok if you have not already. And like I said, do expect more content soon, because I am getting a new computer. So editing will be a lot easier. My other computer like completely is just shitting the bed. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you thought of this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.